All right, y'all, we are back with another video. I definitely had to bring y'all this one here by Benny. He said that Dan Crenshaw threatens to kill Tucker Carlson on Hot Mic, and Tucker responds in the most savage way. So here's the thing right here. Dan Crenshaw didn't even know he was being recorded. And you can literally hear him say that if he ever met Tucker Carlson, he will take him out. It's on camera, live footage. And like I said, something needs to be done about this. Because like I said, these people think that they can just say whatever they want. And now you sending out death threats. Like, I never heard Tucker Carlson say that he'll take out somebody. Even if he don't like him, you never hear Tucker Carlson talk that way. He might say he don't like you and like some of the stuff you do. But as far as saying that I will go take this person out, you never hear Tucker Carlson say that. But you got some of these people, man, they got so much hatred in their blood that people that they don't like, they just love to go as far as saying that I take that person out. And then never apologized about it. So I definitely wanted to check this out so y'all can see exactly what's been going on. Like I said, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. That way y'all can stay up to date with everything that's going on. Shout out to the ones who always stay to the very end, because the more you watch their entire video, it definitely helps get the video out there, and it definitely helps the channel grow. And like I said, without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and dive straight into this, because Dan Crenshaw is in some big trouble because he didn't know that camera was rolling when he said that about doing that to Tucker Carlson. So let's go.
Closer your enemies closer, the old adage goes. It's a good adage, but as an America First Republican, how do you even tell the difference between your friends and enemies? Trump term 1, the biggest enemies he had were Republicans inside the wire. Mitt Romney and John McCain, Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheney, Mitch McConnell, all of them kneecapping Trump every chance they got. The true enemy, the Marxist leftist, you don't even have the energy to fight them. You don't have the coordination to fight them because you're too busy fending off a civil war inside your own party. It's a tactic, actually, to destroy our movement. And now it's being rooted out. They're being exposed. Most of those people have either lost their seats or been totally disgraced and banished from the party. The neocon era is over. The cuck Republican era is over. Mitch McConnell is being sent off effectively to his hospice care where he belongs. But ladies and gentlemen, there still exists inside of the Republican Party a visceral anti-Trump wing, and they're causing a lot of problems. Ladies and gentlemen, Tucker Carlson, who's kind of like the high priest of America First, right? America First before even America First began, had this to say about a specific member of Congress named Dan Crenshaw.
The single most left-wing, truly left-wing member of Congress I've ever met personally is a Republican from this area who has no interest in the United States whatsoever and does not even pretend. I'm not going to name names. Oh, I think that's right. Yeah, it's Dan Crenshaw, the most liberal, most left-wing person I've ever met in the Congress. I'm just being serious. I mean, structurally, how does that happen?
Throw on some cowboy boots and you buy a shotgun and go out there and take a picture shooting at some pheasants, and you learn how to speak the lingo a little bit, watch a little bit of Tucker Carlson. Now you know what to say, how to deceive exactly, and you find yourself in a position of power, kneecapping people on the right time after time after time. Our controlled opposition problem is so bad, and that's why we always feel like we're playing tug-of-war with Whoopi Goldberg. It just doesn't feel like you can win.
Wyoming is the most Republican state in the United States. They elected Liz Cheney, who just endorsed Kamala Harris.
There you go. That's right. So what the hell is the problem with our party? Why can't we figure this out? Well, it seems like in short order, this moment with President Trump, his popularity, winning of the popular vote, all 7 swing states, that there is an absolute shedding of these frauds once and for all. And that brings us to a fascinating back and forth, ladies and gentlemen, on Tucker Carlson versus Dan Crenshaw. Now, that clip that I just played you is from like 6 months ago. Tucker Carlson's never been a fan of Dan Crenshaw. Dan Crenshaw, obviously. And they've been at war. I think a lot of this is really about the neocon question. You know, Dan Crenshaw is somebody who wants to fight battles and wars in Ukraine, wants to spend enormous amounts of money to fight those wars. And there are many people asking questions, obviously, about the financial opportunities that exist for people that push for forever war. As we learn more about USAID, you can clearly see that all of these conflicts abroad are massive money pits where a select few people in Washington, D.C. get rich. Defense contractors, people connected with them, people with inside knowledge of military operations, they get rich, and the rest of us go horribly into debt for conflicts that are worthless and pointless. Okay. Anyway, that's what many people speculated were the big fissure between Tucker Carlson, America First, and neocon Dan Crenshaw. But I guess it goes deeper than that. Get a load of this from GB News. Tucker doesn't know what he's talking about. He likes to visit Moscow and go to grocery stores there. I don't take his advice seriously. Dan Crenshaw on Tucker Carlson's opposition to the U.S. spending $100 billion to aid Ukraine. So this is a reporter for GB News interviewing Dan Crenshaw. And Dan Crenshaw says he doesn't like Tucker Carlson. Okay, this is right. And he says that, Tucker loves Moscow more than he loves America. Here's where it gets interesting. Because Dan said that before, obviously. This is a public feud that's been going on. The reporter there, a man named Stephen Edgington, said, after our interview, I asked Dan Crenshaw if he's ever met Tucker Carlson. He said, I would kill him if I saw him. I laughed it off, and he said, no, seriously, I'd kill him.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. He laughed it off, and he was like, no, seriously, I would. So, like I said, if you look at there, he said, after our interview, which means he thought that the cameras, like when the interview was over and they was getting ready to get up, he thought the camera was cut. So he went on ahead and said, hey, I will kill him. And then, like he said, laughed it off and like, no, seriously, I would. Let's go.
Yikes. Okay. And then he quotes the interview that Dan Crenshaw did on GB News. That's a scary thing to say. Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, Dan Crenshaw, did you threaten to kill my friend Tucker Carlson? This is Marjorie Taylor Greene, obviously. Also had some fights with Dan Crenshaw, and Dan Crenshaw goes, LOL, no. No, I did not.
Yes, you
The
did.
official Dan Crenshaw account has got 1.2 million followers. But something crazy happened after Dan Crenshaw.
Now, y'all see how he just literally said, laugh out loud, no. He could have, like, let's just say if he said he wasn't serious, he could have said, yeah, I said it, but I was just playing. But he was just like, laugh out loud. Like, that was funny. And then gonna say, no. Like, he don't see, that's the thing. He didn't think that tape was still rolling. That's why he's saying, no, I didn't say that, because he didn't think that camera was still rolling when they got up to walk off. Let's go.
Gave multiple denials that he ever said this.
Just lying.
The video of Dan Crenshaw actually saying it was released. Here we go.
Have you ever met Tucker?
We've talked a lot on Twitter. If I ever meet him, I'll probably kill him. He's the worst person.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Dan Crenshaw's on camera saying, yeah, I'd kill Tucker Carlson. This, of course, elicited a response from Elon Musk. Why is Crenshaw homicidal regarding Tucker? And from Tucker Carlson himself, saying, why don't you come and sit for an interview and we'll see how you do. I'll send you my address, Dan Crenshaw.
See, Tucker ain't playing.
Holy smokes. Okay, this is crazy. It's leading to a lot of news articles from massive publications, from mainstream publications. It's really, really like unbelievably insane timeline where a member of Congress is like threatening to kill a journalist, and not only a journalist, but like one of the most famous journalists in his own party, right? Like,
yep.
Tucker Carlson's a hero of the right. So you're threatening to kill him?
Dan Crenshaw is ridiculous. Like, he is.
Dan Crenshaw apparently caught on hot mic threatening to kill former Fox News host Tucker Carlson, who now runs the Tucker Carlson network. The Texas representative had finished giving an interview on a British news channel when Crenshaw then admitted that he'd never met Tucker Carlson and said, if I ever met him, I'd fucking kill him.
That's what he said.
He then apparently went on to call Carlson the worst person. The remarks came after a fiery interview in which Crenshaw criticized Tucker Carlson, saying he doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay. When Carlson ally, Marjorie Taylor Greene, asked the congressman on X whether he'd threatened his friend, Dan Crenshaw said no.
Just
A
lying.
series post on X, Edgington, who's the reporter here, provided proof of Crenshaw's remarks. He told me when I laughed that it wasn't a joke, the journalist claimed. Okay. Well, Dan Crenshaw got community noted here. The community notes saying there's audio proof, there's literal proof that you said you wanted to kill Tucker Carlson. There's actual evidence of this.
See, and that's the thing, what I was saying. He didn't think that camera was still rolling. That's why he didn't. See, at this point, with him saying laugh out loud, no, he think there's no audio, there's no video of him saying it, because as they taking the mic and stuff off, he think the cameras are cut. He think the cameras are off now. That's the reason why he went ahead and said that, because you see, during the interview, while he know the cameras rolling, he never said that I do this to Tucker Carlson. He was disagreeing with him, but when it was time to take the mics and stuff off, that's when he got to the point where I do this, I take him out. He's the worst person. Like, no, seriously, I would take him out. That's the reason why, but we ain't stupid.
So why would you lie?
See, here go the audio
a couple
here again.
of quick takeaways from all of this. Is there going to be consequences for Dan Crenshaw? It seems like a pretty severe thing to do. Like, shouldn't take these kind of death threats seriously. Also, it seems really unstable to say stuff like this about a member of the press, about Tucker. Like, everybody knows Tucker. Why would you say something like this about it? It like seems like there's something worse going on here. But then the greater, whether he meant he's going to physically kill him or not or whatever, you zoom out even more, why would you lie about it?
Yeah, that's another
thing.
Like
the ease at which members of Congress feel like they have impunity to just straight up lie. Crenshaw went and lied about this. Another, one other way to have done this would have been like when the reporter says, you said you're going to kill Tucker, you come out and say, yep, I did actually say that. I just hot under the collar. And I didn't actually mean it.
That's what I was just saying.
I apologize to Tucker. You just you admit it. You know that you said it, so you say, I'm sorry that I said that. Or you don't apologize. You just say, yeah, I totally mean it. But those are much better options than lying about not saying it and then having video proof that you said it.
Yep.
The impunity in which these people lie to us is so frustrating. You don't have to say you didn't do that when you did do that. Actually, you did do it. Here's the video of you doing it. Here's the community note.
Just
Here's
straight
the video
lying.
Question.
Just lying.
It's insane, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy, man. This is nuts. So, yeah, I don't. They're saying here that
we say we literally got it on video.
Legal action against people who share the video. I mean, again, if you did it on video, then that's fair game. You're a public servant. You're public.
Exactly. You can't try to sue nobody something because they got the video because you thought the camera was off when you said it. Now people exposing you because they were going to give you the opportunity to say, yeah, you said it. But when you go to saying like, nah, I ain't say that, laugh out loud, no, as if that's a funny question. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene said, hey, did you threaten to take out my friend Tucker Carlson? Then you're going to say laugh out loud, no. Then when people provide the proof, now I'm going to take you to court. I'm going to do this. You ain't going to do nothing.
Look, official, you're saying something on camera. Also, it's like good to just kind of assume that you're always on camera because everybody has a cell phone. You can be recorded. You just got to kind of live like that. It's exhausting, but it just is what it is.
Yep.
We literally have it on video, says the reporter. Unhinged, fight with words, not violence. Dan, this is Jim Banks, Senator Jim Banks coming forward and saying this. The video of Dan Crenshaw threatening Tucker Carlson has been deleted by the original poster. Are they trying to erase it?
That's what they're trying to do.
If you reposted this, so why would you take down the video? We're all aware of how carelessly our politicians lie to us. Here's Dan Crenshaw on camera threatening to kill Tucker Carlson. It's just incredible. Yeah. Jeez. People. Obviously, Team Tucker
lying.
says Candace Owens. I just, yeah. Why don't you sit for an interview and we'll see how you do. Tucker Carlson laughing his ass off. Tucker Carlson ending Dan Crenshaw in 60 seconds. Obviously, there's no lost love between these two, and I would really appreciate it if Dan Crenshaw would take up Tucker Carlson on this invitation. I think it'd be great for the party. I think it'd be great for the country to see a Dan Crenshaw versus Tucker Carlson debate. This would be awesome.
It would.
Here's how it would go.
Crenshaw obviously is not emotionally prepared to lead anything, and he's out of control. He's out of control, and I think that he's a really volatile person. I hope he gets help. I mean that, and but he's also a pretty sinister person, I would say, whose priorities are not aligned with his party's voters, but also have kind of nothing to do with the United States. So
Right.
I object. I mean, want to be honest. I feel sorry for Dan Crenshaw. I've had conflict with Dan Crenshaw. I felt like he was emotionally out of control, and so I feel sorry for him. But I also think it's not just him. It's a lot of the leadership of that party just doesn't put the United States first at all. And they all want to suck up to Trump and America first. Really, where's the money going? It's not going here. It's going to the countries whose lobbies control you.
Right.
That's the truth.
So Tucker Carlson there saying, it's just a massive disappointment. It's corruption at its core, and it's controlled opposition.
Then lying
I'm so
about it is
sick
the
of it.
main
I'm
thing.
The greatest part of this moment is that the controlled opposition inside the Republican Party is being exposed and being cast into the furnace, right, and like destroyed. And that is because we've known for the better part of the last 10 to 20 years what the left was capable of. What we didn't know was what the right was capable of. How compromised people were on our own side. I don't think there's a single politician in America who squandered their opportunity to achieve greatness more than Dan Crenshaw. He ran on changing D.C., but instead let D.C. change him. So sad to see. I agree, ladies and gentlemen. When Dan Crenshaw threatens to kill you, what a crazy timeline. What a strange and sad and embarrassing episode.
Exactly,
in
man.
having the capacity to just have a dialogue. There's a lot of debates on the right now as to where the direction of the party. America First is clearly one of those debates, but I like the debates. I enjoy the back and forths. And we have a ton of different guests and a lot of people that disagree with me on the show every single day. We do our best to be respectful and listen and go and push back and have conversations. That's actually how you move things forward.
Exactly.
Threatening to kill people is insane and means that your opinion and your views need to be discounted entirely.
There you go. Shout out to Benny. Make sure y'all go follow Benny on YouTube, Benny Johnson. Let him know in the comment section that the real Adogg sent you. But I definitely had to bring y'all this video. Dan Crenshaw is unhinged and lying about him not saying that he gonna threaten to take out Tucker Carlson when we got video proof that he said it, and he just up there and just straight lied. Just straight lied about it. So like I said, thank you all for watching. Let me all know in the comment section that you did stay to the end. I really, really appreciate it, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.